Phenomenal.
You can get it lifted. You can get it shifted. You can get it any old now. Matter of fact, I got it now. Pick that.
It's so hard to have a gate time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that...
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
Welcome all you bogans and super mad lads and all that good stuff. How are you all going tonight? How are you feeling? I hope you're going well. I hope you're feeling better than Mo Biggs, who I'm noticing still unable to find himself a membership here. And right off the bat, I want to thank this man right here, Jim Cox, absolute mad lad legend right here. He's become a member, but not only that, he has gifted 10 other memberships to some people out there in the chat. Unfortunately, Mo wasn't one of them. But Jim, absolute legend. You get one of these, my friend.
Well, cheers, big ears.
It does taste good. It does taste good. Welcome, Jonas Vicious Inc. Nomad Damon, Dimwitted Chicken, Ali Munoz, Tank Ferret, Jay Lee, R. Brueggemann, One-Eyed Fat Man, and Jetto Jaga. I mean, it's astounding to me that out of all of those names, Mo was not one of them who scored one. But hopefully soon it will pop up for Mo. But thank you again. Lam Giganti in here flaunting the rules. We have a big show packed. Look, I'll just play it once very quick.
I may be down, but I'm not out. Tom Brady's never out. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. You're breaking the rules.
I mean, how many times do I have to play it for this guy? He doesn't want to get the picture. He's dancing his own dance. He dances his dance at the first, but this man is the one who actually scored first. Felix Huss, the Link Master. I love seeing Felix up there. I'm going to move this over here. Put him up there. Pin him up. Speaking of pinned, I've pinned the link to Rumble. We are also live simulcast on Rumble. I hope. Yes, it's working. We have 4 over there now. Fantastic to see 36 in the house. I do think Ethan's still streaming, so it might be a quiet show while he's live, but that's okay. We'll have fun nonetheless. I'll say hello to, who else will I say? I've already said hello to Felix and Jim and Llama. I'll say hello to Jeremy Burtz and Evolution, Killer Squid. Who else is here? Who else? Resistance Publishing, AGE Comics. I see Amanda. Fingers crossed for staying awake. Yeah, Amanda is the person who put me onto this site. I'd never heard of it, but we're going to check it out. It's called crowdfunder.com. I checked out the frequently asked questions. I checked out the about page. You guys are going to have some thoughts. I can tell the language being used in there. You're going to have some thoughts, but still, I think it's interesting enough that we check it out. Who else we got in here? Who else? Scrolling down, I see Jay Lee. I see Aerith. Aerith says, I'm here for Mancroft. I'm going to share that, Aerith. Thank you for finding that gem. I'm going to share that. There's Nomad Damon. Who else do I spy? There's the man himself, Mr. Mo Biggs. Hail Mo Biggs. I don't know what to say. Aerith says Mancroft, are we right? Well, let me send my link to our guest of honor tonight. Where is that? Why haven't I got Twitter pulled up? I need to have it here, so I need to send in the link. Should have had this already set up, but all right. So we've got Ben coming on tonight. Ben from Outlaw Nights. You may know him as, what does he call himself? Fusilier Ben. He used to. I don't know if he still does. It's been a while since we've had him on the show. But he's just gone live with Outlaw Nights. And yeah, we're going to chat about Crowdfunder, and then we're going to chat about his new book. Bancroft glues his eyebrows on before the show. I have very nice eyebrows, I'll have you know. I don't need any weirdness, but thank you for hanging out. Some person late and ambiguously gay, says Finn. Well, I was a little bit late. I was rushing. I've been having one of those rushing days today. Nothing is happening exactly how I need it to happen. I see Jeremy in the chat. I see Cullen. I see Slacker. Scrolling down, I see Sumo. I see you, buddy. Dean's here. Manny's here. Grant Crosby is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Grant. And you know what? I think I'm just going to continue on with the show. We're already 6 minutes in. I apologize to anyone who I haven't said hello to, but I want to share something. What did I do this morning? What took me so long to get myself in order today? Well, Mel and I, we have an issue with the kids coming into the cottage while I'm streaming. Victoria made a cool like on-air sign that we hang on the door, but it always flips around and the wind and all that sort of stuff. So we set up, check this out. I think this is cool. Check this out. We set this up. I now have a red light on outside the cottage there that I can turn on and off just from my phone. How cool is that? I'm like totally professional and everything. So, and plus I don't have to get up, open the door, turn the sign around and everything like that. So yeah, but that was a headache. These things are incredibly difficult to get set up, not to mention probably not perfectly legal. But anyway, red light district. Yes, it is. Jasper's here. All right, my guest is here. Mo says first Bancroft gate kept me, now his children. I know, we're moving it on. I'm spreading the gatekeeping. I do. I have my own red light district. It's on right now. It's cool. I like it. All right, let's bring Ben into the stream. Ben, how you going, buddy?
What's going on, bud? It's been a hot minute.
Oh, it's been a long time, my friend. A long time indeed. But it is great to have you back on. We're going to talk crowdfunding tonight. We're going to talk your book a little bit later on. For anyone who isn't aware, Fusebox, Ben Fusilier, you used to call yourself. I don't know if you still call yourself that. But I have Outlaw Nights already pulled up. This is Ben's new campaign. I'll put the link in the description here for you. A lot of you will remember the first campaign. This is the follow-up to it. There is the link. And we're going to chat about this in the last half of the show, go through the campaign, hear what Ben's been up to. I know you've been doing your channel, doing your streams, so we can chat about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
We got Tungsten here with the super chat. He says, Hale had been busy for a few weeks. Good to be able to catch a stream again, Hale. Thank you so much, Tungsten, for hanging out with us. And thank you for the super chat. Mo says, now the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon. When you're done streaming, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. Oh, Lordy. Poor Clark. I've got a 5-year-old, Ben, and I often have to close the door on him when he wants to come in and tell me something in the middle of a stream, if I ever have to just turn the camera off. Resistance says, Outlaw Nights is an awesome book. There you go. Already got some fans here in the chat. And well, we've got 8 people. Can't disagree. No, why would you? 8 people watching over on Rumble as well. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Okay, actually, before we get started, Aerith is chomping at the bit here in the chat. He found something on the internet. He calls it Michael Mancroft. He says it's my sexy alter ego. Ben, you let me know what you think. Let me share this. What do you think there?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we definitely have the same sort of energy. I like a wig. There is a resemblance. It's a little bit of the beard. I mean, he has less gray. Maybe this was me.
It's also the
15 years
fly.
ago. The fly's open. Well, ask Mel. Like that is, I always accidentally leave my fly open. Eric says, spot on. Yeah, I don't own a denim jacket, but I'm not like totally against it. He's got the what is this, like, what color is that? Is it like mauve? Nice hairy chest, nice head of hair on him. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. Anyway, yeah, that's me. Actually, I have that exact mole right there. Zoom in, enhance. I have that. Mel can confirm that. Maybe this is me from another. This is Bancroft if he were Canadian, says some person. Yeah, it looks a little
Yeah.
It looks a little, the foliage does not look Australian. It's a manlier Bancroft, says Slacker. Mo says, in another timeline, when Bancroft picked up a guitar instead of rollerblades. I did used to play a guitar when I was like 14, and then I can't do it anymore. So yeah, maybe if I had gone down a different path, that would be me. Thank you so much, Brian, for bringing that to my attention. Everyone, Brian's got a where is it? A campaign going at the moment called Ahoy Zine. Let's check it out. We helped them launch here on this channel. It's a $15 magazine, and it's jam-packed full of cool stuff. They have 34 Hoyas on the campaign so far. $1,600 raised, and this is all on their own website, which is very exciting. So yeah, do go check that out. Let me put the link in the description for you. Oh,
hell
Felix
yeah.
Huss has already beaten me. El Padrino says, back the Hui zine right now. It's the Bancroft variant, says Daniel Russell. Indeed. All right, 12 minutes in. We better get on to this. So Amanda in the chat, if she's still here, I'm not sure if she is, passed on to me something that I think Jim Cox and her were looking. Was it Jim Cox? Was it you? And her were looking at, because they do. There she is. They check out campaigns on their channel and sort of look into it. And she said, "Hey, have you seen this new crowdfunding site? Have you heard of this, Ben? Crowdfunder?
Not at all.
.com. Look, it looks like it's all up and functioning. Like we looked at Zoop the other day. It wasn't UGM, sorry, my apologies. So maybe that was a while ago. You guys are doing that together. And we looked at Zoop, and it looked okay, but there weren't that many campaigns on it. This does seem to have a lot of campaigns in it, and some of them have raised some pretty decent amounts. What's this one? 138K. I mean, I don't think they're all comic books. What is that?
Yeah.
That's a con. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know if they're all comics. Okay, comics, games, art, music, film, and more. All right. So, interesting thing about this. Slacker says, bring Amanda on to explain. I think Amanda's about to go to bed soon. Amanda says, it was snuggy and unhinged for that entertainment. Oh, thank you, Amanda, clearing it up. Yeah, I didn't actually see the stream. But, okay, interested. There's been all these things happening with Indiegogo lately, with creators getting shadow banned, with if you have an issue, it takes weeks, sometimes months to get a response. Actually, I want to go back because who was it? David Feed. The other day, I got a survey from Indiegogo, like a post campaign survey, and I was filling it out and I was like, this really doesn't interest me. So I was about to close the survey anyway. I got to the end of it and I found this on the the thing. What's your pronoun?
Oh God.
And it was like the campaign, the survey had nothing to do with this. It was how did Indiegogo help you grow your business? Did it help you grow your business? this and that. So it was very business sort of orientated. And then just at the end, what's your pronoun? By that time, I was like, all right, I'm closing it, whatever. But apparently,
It's interesting
he tried
they only
to
give you-
finish it.
It's interesting
know,
that they
right?
only give
Where
you
are the
3
others?
options. Yeah, there's like 50.
It's- I had last time I checked, they were like 80. Where are the two spirits and the?
Oh, they're
and
adding
the
more.
Fairykin? Yeah, there should be another option. Exactly.
Two
we've
Spirit
got
was
Sean
the
Davis
best
joining
one.
us. Yeah, that's like very they're not really respecting indigenous culture by not having Two Spirit on there. But anyway,
That's exactly
yeah,
what
this
I was
is
thinking about.
this is kind of the point that I bring this up is like, okay, so this is the direction. We haven't really seen this stuff from Indiegogo thus far. And now, okay, well, because we've been wondering, like, is there some sort of cultural, corporate culture change that's happened at Indiegogo that would potentially lead to many of these campaigns being shadow banned? And we don't really know, because, I mean, all we have to
Yeah.
go off is their vague, quasi boilerplate responses. Jim Cox says, I'm not interested in the diversity and inclusion religion. Well, we're going to come to that with this crowdfunder site too. Yeah, you can't identify as attack helicopter. I know, it's very bigoted. It's very bigoted indeed. So yeah, anyway, that's the sort of background. So we've been looking at alternatives to Indiegogo, which is why I was interested in this. Now, straight off the bat, the number one most interesting thing about this site is it purports to be free. So it's a crowdfunding platform designed to
wow.
support creators. All right, I like that. That sounds good. This part I approve. Free. Wait, what? Yep, free. We offer free pricing options to choose from with Simply Free. We charge you absolutely nothing. I would be interested to know how that's actually gonna like functionally work. Does that mean they hope to get as many free people on as possible, and then if you want the extras, you have to pay? I don't really know.
Still,
I don't
that's a
really know how
step
this
up.
works. It's definitely a step up from 5% or 7% when they yeah. So this is Simply Free. I don't know what you get for these things. Fees as low as possible. You know, this guy actually reached out to Amanda. It might be a good idea. Like, I don't know, we'll see. Like, he seems to be amenable to coming on to streams and talking about this. Mo says someone pays Bancroft. It's either you or your customers. Yeah, I know, right? That's the thing with social media. Someone has to pay. Like, nothing comes for free. We know that. Maybe it's ads, says some person. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Eric says it's free to collect backer emails, Bancroft. It's the $5 learn how I do Facebook ads trick. I'm interested. I didn't really look into how the whole free thing works, but it sounds like it's actually, if you want to do it, what's this? Nearly free. We ask supporters to cover the 5% platform fee and credit card fees on your behalf. Or not free is we charge you 5%. I don't know what the difference is. Just like the competition. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But anyway, interesting. Okay, you've got my attention. And if you look in the comics section, there are quite a few comics in there, and they seem to be doing reasonably well. You know, like not massive numbers, but decent, like 4K, 3K, 8K, 9K. This one's got 14K. 28K, 136 days running. I don't really get how that works, but like for a new crowdfunder, I mean, and I'm talking crowdfunding almost every day on YouTube, and I hadn't even heard of this until today. That's actually pretty good. Like that's better than what I would expect. If anyone has any experience with this site, let me know in the chat there, and I can bring it up. And Random Task says probably no fees as a loss leader until it gets big enough to charge. Well, it looks like they are charging. Critical Blast says customers have to pay $8 a month to be a verified customer. I don't think.
I don't mind that.
I know, right? Okay. So, well, all right. I wanted to go down to the like this stuff, because this is the stuff where I know you guys in the chat are gonna go, nope, not for me. There's language in here. It's very corporate. It's very San Francisco, West Coast language. But let's go through it and see what they're all about. Because our main concern is that, well, what's the point of going to with another platform if they're just going to end up doing the same thing that the bigger platforms have done to us in the past? Amanda says Free is hoping for a donation. Sorta is having backers pay a 5% fee, and then pay is you pay the 5%. All of you have to pay credit card fees. Yeah, well, that makes more sense, because I was just wondering, like, there's no way around the credit card fees. That's not a thing. Yeah, we got the about page here. Crowdfunder is where creativity meets impact. We listen to creators, we encourage and continuously innovate so creators have access to the most powerful and effective tools, blah, blah, blah. So this, see our code of ethics, all right. Was it here where I was looking? Maybe it was somewhere else. Okay, well, this is all just like standard stuff. Maybe it was the FAQs I was looking at. Jump in there. No, that was where is it? I had it up earlier and now I can't find it. Create a hub, fax, contact. No, maybe they go into about what sort of company they are. Is it code of ethics? Let me click on it. The main goal of the code of ethics is to communicate the values and principles we use in our daily work and decision making, blah, 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 blah. Okay. General. Connection Point, I guess that's the company, how they run their crowdfunding. Is a social impact company. I tried to Google that. Have you ever heard of that term before? Social impact company?
It sounds vaguely familiar, and it gives me bad vibes.
It does, doesn't it? It reminds me of Kickstarter was a social something corporation, which meant they didn't have to make profits. D points out it is from Canada. Yes, this is a Canadian company. So, but I tried. I tried looking. Well, hey, let's not be intolerant here. I tried Googling this to see if it was an actual meant anything, but it didn't. I didn't come up with anything. Mo says Crowdfunder wants to do e-commerce but can't even afford the E in Crowdfunder. That's true. That's true. Daniel Russell points out, oh, I had it up earlier. I swear. Yeah, no, there's my quote right there. All right. We created Crowdfunder, helped creators fund their dream projects. I mean, I can get behind that. Now, this is the language that every corporation has. Yeah. And I want to put it to you guys whether or not you think this means, that means they're going to, because, I mean, let's just say it out loud. And I know the guy out there watches these streams. So let's say it loud. We're Comicsgate. Yeah. So when we make our books, we have people out there who want to call us racists, whatever kind of thing, like bigot, whatever it is out there, to diminish us and make it so make us doing what we're doing to be more difficult. And if you look up Comicsgate on Wikipedia, it's just a whole thing of lies about how it's all about it's hating women and we don't want any women in comics, or it's just like white people in comics or some BS like that.
Every scare tactic imaginable.
Exactly, right? So our issue is with these platforms, are they going to take, when they say we strongly believe in diversity and inclusion, does that mean that they are literally diverse in that they're going to be taking anyone from all sort of social and political alignments, even people who are at odds with each other? Are they going to allow people who are out and out conservatives who say risque things on the internet? are they going to include, because they say they're for inclusion, are they going to include comics like, for instance, The Private American, which has a character who is out there fighting coyotes and terrorists on the American border, like that sort of thing. Yeah. So is it that kind of diversity inclusion, or is it the quote unquote corporate diversity inclusion mantra, or do they just put that in there because they have to and they want to be on the Apple app thing? I don't know.
I would
This is the sort of
think it would be the first one just because they seem like they're pretty new. Because it's like Indiegogo for the longest time they were the ones welcoming everybody on there, and now that they're getting really big, I think now they're starting to be more selective about things. Wink, wink.
Yeah. All people, regardless of ethnicity, ability, orientation, and how they identify themselves, are welcome. Well, good. I'm on board with that. We affirm, we acknowledge sexuality. I don't know why any of this is got anything to do with crowdfunding, but I guess here it says like, okay, so we affirm that art is an expression of the human condition, and that the human condition includes unsavory elements such as discrimination, bigotry, violence, hate, harassment, and abuse. While campaigns, okay, now this is interesting. While campaigns may contain depictions of types of actions for the purpose of artistic expression. Now that is important because recently Indiegogo has been cracking down on this.
Yeah.
Like sexy girls, for example.
In a way that
girls that
I can't even understand like their metric, because it's like you got guys like Frog G being shadow banned, and it's like what is offensive in his book?
Exactly.
Like I don't
we
get
don't
it.
know. And how does it offend the trust and safety team on Indiegogo? We can't figure it out. Some of them are super violent. Some of them are mildly violent, and they get shadow banned, and the super violent one doesn't. So one's like explicitly sexual, and that's still up. But the one that just has the word sexy, as in a sexy lady in there, or we're going on a sexy adventure, I don't know, whatever it is that one's shadow banned. So I agree with Jim here that I like that part if it doesn't get abused. That's the thing. So it's like, yeah, this is a good thing because it means, yeah, you can create art and you can even depict, like in a horror story, you can depict depraved things, or like really you can depict evil and gore and stuff like that. I mean, not necessarily you're going to have the gore on the campaign page, but either way, it's allowed. And they're just saying, well, yeah, but it's not about like, but you can't like advocate for ISIS or I guess the KKK or something, or maybe even Antifa. I don't know.
Well, they don't count that one.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably wouldn't. And it's like don't have explicit content on there because we are abiding by the laws intended to protect minors. I mean, thumbs up. Yes, I agree with that. The problem is when you get down to sort of like community, this is where the sort of the gray area starts to come in, because now it's like, well, what if people just don't want to be on the same platform as us because they deem us hateful because we I don't know, whatever
exist
you know, are they going to say, well, these people it's disrespectful for them to be on the same platform as us? I'm more than willing to apply by the rules of common decency and fair competition and quality and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this language, someone said it earlier, this language smacks of ESG, and I don't know what DIE is, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought I wanted to kind of point it out, and I don't know. I mean, if they are upfront, and maybe the guy wants to come on. He's like I said, he was out there. He reached out to Amanda on Twitter, and he said, if you wanted to come on and we can chat about this site, he absolutely would. So maybe I'll reach out to the guy and sort of get some clarifications. But John points out they could claim CG is a hate group, and people buying from CG are supporting hate. Yeah, exactly. And are they going to listen to them? are they going to bend? Because if you go into the comic section, there are comics from people that I'm pretty sure don't like us. Who was on? Someone was saying, is it Vita Ayala was on here?
Oh God.
I'm not sure. I don't quote me on that. It's someone like that. Maybe
I don't
they
see why
were
she
on-
would
on
need to
here
be.
previously. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, people who definitely don't like it. Slacker says, Amanda, sorry, but he sounds like he can't handle Comic Scout. I mean, I don't know. Aerith says the site has the same 2 security issues as the Ripper WordPress site has. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, Aerith is always on top of that stuff. He looks into it. I mean, I don't know what platform it's running on here too.
I mean, if they're smart, they'll just let everybody campaign on there as long as they follow the rules. Like, because they seem like they're pretty new, so it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I wonder how long they've been around. Now, don't quote me on that it's Vita's book on there. Actually, I think so. I think it was on Twitter. Someone said where was it? Maybe it was earlier in the chat. It was, yeah, I think that was it. It was right up in the chat. Hold on a sec. Who was it? Because I don't want to make things up here. It was lots of chats. It was where is it? I think it was. Yeah, no, is it? Evolution says no. It was Vita Ayala. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Can I search that? How do we search on this site? More. Ah, it's right here. Okay, Vita. Okay, there you go. Is that? She's attached to that book. I don't know. Jamie Jones. I mean, I don't know. I know nothing about this. But the point is, like, are we all able to coexist peacefully on one platform? For my part, yes, I can. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, me too.
Let everyone on there. Let's actually be properly inclusive and diverse of all kinds. But my experience in the past has been that, that others don't really want to share the same space with us. Critical Bar says, I also saw Legend of Log. That's Alterna. Well, that's encouraging. If there's an Alterna book on there already, that's encouraging. Legend of type log.
Uh-oh.
I'm not finding it. Maybe I'll just type legend.
Mass Effect.
At least the search works, and I can't find what you're talking about there. But Mo Big says, never forget Vita Ayala declared Danny team. How could I ever forget? How could I ever? Broken Compass says, Bancroft, look up Canadian Bill C11. This causes issues for any site like this dealing out of Canada, broadcasting and arts. Oh, they have to abide by Canada's draconian social whatever standards and stuff like that. That's probably true. They're getting really authoritarian up there in Canada. You're not from Canada, are you, Ben?
Oh no, I'm from way further south. I'm in New Orleans.
Far away. I'm much further away. I'm like on the other side of the world, so I feel like I feel fine. Nefarious says, got to give credit for Broken Compass for knowing that. I guess living in the gulag is good for something. D agrees. C11 is effed. Yes, it's bad. What is C11? Let me look it up. Let me see what that is. Canada Bill C11. Let's have a look.
Uh-oh.
How long is it? What is it? Is there a TLDR on this thing? I don't know what this is. I can't find it. Don't worry about it. Michael, does the site generate enough traffic to take a risk? If they don't have a lot of views, they're no better than a site CG was set up. That's the next point I wanted to make, actually. Like, is it even worthwhile rolling the dice with a company like this with that language on there that we've seen turn on us before? I mean, that language has always existed on Indiegogo as well, but we sort of took it at face value and it was fine until it wasn't, and now it seems like it might not be. On Indiegogo now, there's actually language on the site, I don't know if you know this, Ben, that says you're not even entitled to be found in search. Like, that's written on the site on Indiegogo now in their terms of service. So it's like, well, okay, well, what am I paying the 5% for then? If I'm hidden, if all the work of your promotion is on your own shoulders, putting links out. Actually, let me find that for you guys. You guys won't believe this. I got to type in.
I'm still digesting all of that because, like, for the longest time, Indiegogo was kind of the haven. It was like Kickstarter was the asshole. So it's like, okay, well, are we going to keep bouncing from another to another to another to another?
It doesn't engender. Is it terms of use? No, what is it? Where is it? That's not it. It must be this one. Indeed, no. Why do I can find things so easily, and then I can't. It's really quite. It's really quite aggravating. It was what did I look up? Indiegogo. I know it's where there's the GoGo factor. Have you heard of the GoGo factor?
No.
GOG. Yeah, the GoGo factor is their algorithm that doesn't work. Go. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where is it? In GoGo factor. Come on, here it is. Okay. Will Indiegogo feature my campaign? How can I find my campaign? All right, here it is right here. Here's the language. Campaigns are not guaranteed to be listed in search. If your campaign is not appearing in search, we recommend you find ways to activate your community to increase engagement on your campaign. Your campaign will still be accessible via your campaign URL. Be sure to share that URL within your network and community. So, like, that's part of that. Like, this whole shadow banning thing, that's like written into their thing now. Like, it does not inspire confidence, says Sean. It's like, yeah, like we may shadow ban you, and we'll still take our 5% cut. So then, yeah, the question is why? What's it for? Why am I giving you 5% when I can just run a crowdfund? I mean, we're building a Wix site. I can just there are Wix crowdfund plugins now. Aerith goes through Shopify. There's Shopify crowdfund. He's doing a Shopify crowdfund right now. I think Luke Stone just started one. I don't know if he's figured out all the bugs yet, but I mean, I would love to just be able to continue using Indiegogo. I'm happy paying the 5% fee. I think it's really convenient, and as long, people all gather there, and there's an because they spend a lot of money on advertising and stuff like that. So there's foot traffic. I think there's one for Squarespace now too, says D. Broken says here is the breakdown. Where was it? He said there was a breakdown. Okay, rundown on C11. The rundown is that they're trying to make anyone doing arts or broadcasting business in Canada to live up to pro standards. YouTube creators now have to follow broadcasting standards according to the government of Canada if they are here. Sounds a little bit like something we have here in Australia, but not quite, which is if I were to offend someone on YouTube, then I am able to be hauled in front of the Australian Human Rights Commission or something like that for using a transmission service and offending a protected class or something like that, some BS. But
oh my god,
yeah, this is the state of play. Again, I don't know what why. I mean, the free sounds good, but it doesn't sound like it's actually free. And then, yeah, I don't know what the benefit would be to going on that site, the crowdfunder, other than just doing it on your own site, say outlawnights.com.
Well, I've been like, my plan is to do a website eventually. I just haven't really been able to find anybody to do it just yet. And money's been an issue this year.
I hear you. I hear you. Some person says, have you considered an ad service to get around the shadow ban, something like Google AdWords or something similar? I mean, not really. I don't really get into ads that much. I don't think they're that valuable. I think what we're doing is a lot more valuable. You create the buzz on YouTube, hopefully, and then it filters through to people backing your book, and then it raises you up in the trending on Indiegogo, and more people see it. That's how Kickstarter works. I don't know why they can't do the same. I don't know why. All right, now speaking of campaigns, we have one here. We're 40 minutes in. Everybody, if you could please like the stream both here and give it a rumble over on Rumble. We've got 10 watchers over there. Thank you so much. That's altogether, that's like what's that, 75 people. Awesome, fantastic to have you all here watching. We're going to check out Ben's new campaign for Outlaw Knights, and we're going to start with his trailer right here. I was getting into that. It's funny that we are I don't know, doing promoting comics. I see trends, and a year and a half ago it was just non-stop another werewolf book, another werewolf book, and now we're seeing a lot of these space pirates, these sort of like gritty I like saying kind of like street level sci-fi. It's not all highfalutin shiny technology and everything. It's just like people getting their business done in a sci-fi setting. I'm all for it. I like this trend. I like that trend. I like the trend of like hyper masculinity I'm seeing as well. Can we just to close out that last conversation though, I saw a comment here, can CG build their own Indiegogo? I just want to say, like, the difference between me doing my site and just it's a lucentcomic.com and here's a crowdfund, it's like $25 a month plus some extra fees and stuff, setup fees. CG running their own Indiegogo that allows people to come into it is like probably a $10 million investor startup or something like that. It's a big difference. I think Ethan is starting something, but I don't know how long that's going to be coming. Broken says Werewolf Hunter coming soon from Broker's Compass. Coming. Werewolves are coming back. In space, it's always a full moon, says Mo Biggs. Oh, Sumo Thori gifted 5 memberships. Will Mo be one of them? Come on. I see Dreaded Dinosaur. Mo Biggs gifted the membership. There you go, Mo. You've got your gay times back, your VBs, your beaten up Rob, your cock back in your hands. Colonel McHugh, Enrique Cabrera, and Chris O'Berkle all back. Thank you so much, Sumo Thori, and for that I say,
you little ripper! Thanks, lads.
All right. So, for people who aren't aware of Outlaw Knights, do you want to give people a little rundown on what they're looking at here in the second version here, the second book?
Oh, surely. Well, for anybody who's not familiar with the book, Outlaw Knights takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space, and history is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are at each other's throats, competing over grabbing up territory and resources. It's very much a new Manifest Destiny going on. And in the midst of all the chaos and turmoil, Wars have gone down. This story takes place about 10 years after the end of World War III. America no longer exists.
Which took place
And-
when? In your world? When did World War III take place?
10 years prior to the story.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
but
I
how
don't-
like how
I
far
don't
in
have
the
any-
future? Is it like, are
had
we
a-
talking like near future or really far in the
Oh,
future?
this is
or-
this is way far. This is like about 1,000 years from now.
Okay.
So, and essentially America no longer exists. Americans are now being assimilated into other cultures or are branching off on their own. And so in the midst of this chaotic time period, crime is on the rise in the colonies. And there's a new golden age of piracy going on. And in the midst of all this chaos going on, our main character, Cyrus Lawson, is an 18-year-old who has moved to a small, really out-of-the-way British colony called Therese. And he just kind of wants to live a simple life. He's got a heroic spirit about him, so he joined the colony guard to be kind of like your small-town sheriff. He wasn't expecting to get a hell of a lot on his plate, but right at the beginning of issue 1, that's ripped right from under him as the pirates of the ship called Hazard are invading his settlement looking for a special piece of data that's going to lead to a treasure that's going to be turning everything on its head. A lot of eyes are on this treasure. It's going to be a rat race. And push comes to shove, without giving anything away from issue 1, which you can also get on this campaign. Our boy Cyrus is kidnapped by these pirates, and so now he's got to learn how to survive in this underworld that he knows nothing about, and at the same time he's got to kind of confront his preconceived notions and prejudices towards pirates and outlaws. And he's got a very black and white
Is that him
sense
here?
of right and wrong.
Is that him here at the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah, that's him here. And
Yeah.
here are the space pirates above.
Well, that the guy with the long hair there is the captain of Hazard named Ivory, and he's fighting with a pirate hunter who is a British soldier that goes by the name Wellington.
Cool.
He's-
We've had
he's gonna
some
be the
movement
villain.
here in the chat. If I just scroll up, I swear I saw it. Apologies. It was here. I swear I saw a back at number. It was Amanda herself. Hail Judd back at number 12. Oh no, it wasn't Amanda. Sorry, she was hailing Judd. Right, my bad. It was Judd. Let me keep going up. Damn it! So many people chatting. Judd. It must be Judd Godswick. He's put it in somewhere, but I can't find it anymore. All right, he's back in number 12 anyway. Hail Judd, thank you so much. There he is. Finally found it. My God. There he is. Fantastic. Great to see.
Thank
And also,
you.
can I just personally thank D for gifting another 5 memberships. Welcome to the Ginger Ninja, Crazy Mad, Nicolo, Courtney, and Hand Cannon, and also Snuggy Jr. for gifting 1 membership, which went to Smiling Bandito. 1 counts. 1 at a time counts just as much as anything else. I'm going to give you guys one of these as well.
Well, cheers, big ears.
Fantastic. All right, we're scrolling down. Loving it. You have always had great art on this campaign. Do you want to talk about your artists?
Yeah, we weren't able to get the original team from book 1, unfortunately. And we do have a female space pirate. Her name is Code, and she's very hot. She doesn't talk a lot, and she lets her knife do most of the talking. But that's her
Is that
right
her
there.
It's
Yep.
her there. Yeah, because I remember there were some Buxy ladies in the first one. So
And in
good to
issue
see that
3,
ladies coming
there's...
back.
And I can tell you that in issue 3, there's going to be a very prominent hot woman. I'm not going to get too much into detail with that, but
Oh, right.
she's dangerous.
I remember
But,
that art there.
Yeah, there were 3 pages that my original art team did that are going in this issue, including that one. Basically, I had some issues where when we were halfway done with issue 1, my artist vanished. Like, not even like just ghosting or whatever. Like, he straight up vanished off the face of the planet. Nobody's heard from him.
Even now,
so
to this day?
To this day, I don't know if he's even alive. Like,
oh, I
it's
hope
creepy.
everything's fine.
Yeah,
that doesn't
like,
sound good.
and so at the last minute there, Simon Poitier stepped in and finished up issue 1 for me, along
nice.
with
Hal Sim.
along with Michael Beacon on colors. And so
great.
for issue 2, I wanted to get somebody with a similar style to render from issue 1, and I managed to get a hold of Juanito from Dwarves vs. Lions, and
There
I'm
he
seeing
is.
Aerith in the chat.
Top
And so
brown
you-
quality, says Aerith. Yeah, he's really he's done, like, it actually looks really pretty seamless. You know, if you hadn't have pointed out, I might not have noticed it. I mean, if I had them side by side, maybe, but it looks like it's definitely the same book. So that's well done on that. And yeah, he's we all like our Juanito over here. Let me scroll back up to the top so we can actually dive into the campaign a little bit. Actually, I'll do a refresh here because it sounds like you got another backer. There we are, up to 11. Now we've got a bit of a way to go here, so that's what we're doing. We're trying to shine a light on this campaign. If you do like what you see, please do. If you're not going to back it tonight, at least share it out. Let people know that it's out there. If they're into sci-fi and space pirates and all that sort of stuff. And Ben, this is the second campaign, so you know that Ben has also fulfilled, so you don't have that to worry about.
Oh yeah, and
there he
it's
is, right
definitely, I would say it's definitely like a genre blend. It's like we got a little bit of Western elements going on, we got heist elements, we got total gory action, we got intrigue and drama, definitely space opera. I mean, everything I love from different genres, I just kind of plucked out and I mashed them all together.
I have a criticism here on the campaign. Is no images on your perks here. Makes
I was
it hard
trying
for me to.
Yeah. No, I was trying to put the images up and like I was having trouble shrinking them down. So I just launched without them, but I'll definitely go back and I'll throw some on there.
Yeah, even the ones that you've claimed, you can still just hide them and then make a new version of it and get it up there, because I think it really would add to the campaign. It looks like you've got issue 2 plus a poster. I'm not sure what Get On is.
That's what I call just the basic tier of getting just the book itself. It's because of the fact that, you know,
toying with that. Yeah, I was actually toying with that idea the other day, and someone suggested that. So this is like you don't get anything else whatsoever. You just get a book,
right?
And that
the campaign's very simple and straightforward for the most part. Only extras I'm offering at the moment are posters.
Okay, cool.
But I do have a plan, like, to set a stretch goal. I've been talking with Selena Hernandez, and we've done a couple of little chibis so far. And my hope is one of those major stretch goals is going to be to add some chibi stickers of the characters.
Yeah, that would be cool. Mo says, I'm not sure what Get On is. Bancroft, you have 2 kids. Oh, you know what. So you can get it digital as well. There.
Yep.
Let's go back. Both issues digitized. Issue 2 digital plus physical. You can get 2 there. I'm trying to interpret just from these things here. Your titles here. Both issues plus the cover poster. That seems pretty straightforward. And how long are the books, all in all?
Each one is about 25 pages. I wanted to make them longer, but unfortunately, in order to make it cost effective, I had to cut it down to 25.
It is so expensive to make comic books. It's
Yes.
crazy. I was doing my taxes last week, and I was pulling my hair out. You know, you've got it all listed there, and it's just like a bit here, a bit there every week. And then once you put it all together, you're like, oh damn, it's better all be worth it.
Because
I mean, I
that's
love
the
it,
thing
but
is,
still.
like that's the thing is like issue 2 here. It was technically when I did the campaign originally. Issues 1 and 2 were actually the first issue alone. It was going to be a 50-page book, and then I learned Drew Eash was helping me out with like figuring out the finances, and I realized I got to cut it in half. So I'm like, I decided to make the second half issue number 2. So my series is going to be a little bit longer than anticipated, but I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, there's there's different ways of doing it. I prefer to go longer, but then I'm my own artist, so I don't have to pay I don't have to pay an artist and a colorist to do a 90-page book for me. That's just me. I gotta plonk my butt down and actually get the work done. Also, our cover and variant poster image have been done by the legendary artist Jay Krager. We're a massive fan of Krager here on this channel.
That's the variant poster right there.
That's the variant one. Yeah, I'm looking at his like he's kind of a bit of a stretchy style. I don't think I've ever seen him do sci-fi. That's interesting. Very cool.
Oh yeah.
I've seen more of him do like his Viking book that he's done, and then he's done some other really cool pin-ups and stuff like that. So, Iron Age Media says, "Hey Ben, if you'd like to write an article for the site, hit me up. I'll get it out before the campaign is over." Oh, there you go.
I would love
Iron
that.
Age Media. Reach out on hopefully Iron Age. What's your Twitter? If you've got a Twitter, put your thing in there so Ben can grab it and reach out and get that done. That's the thing with a lot of these campaigns is the hardest part is getting them out in front of the most people possible. Speaking of, let me actually pull up your YouTube so people can know where to see you on a regular basis.
Oh, thank you.
Let me I gotta pull it up here. I apologize for not having things ready tonight. It's just one of those days where everything is taking hours to do, and
you're talking to a guy who like every time I live stream, I just decide off the cuff. I'm like, what am I gonna do for this stream while I'm on stream?
Yeah, that's all the time.
Oh, I'll click on that.
That's not right. Happened here. What's going on? I clicked through the thing, I copied it, and it sent me back to the Huizine. Hold on a sec. There we go. That should work this time. All right, Fusebox, and you are doing. Well, tell us a little bit about what goes on over on your channel.
So, I host a live stream every Thursday night around 10 p.m. Central called Fusebox Engaged, where I talk about damn near anything pop culture. I've been trying to stick to more, I guess, the positive angle, because like I've been depressed as hell about modern media for a while now, and so I just decided I've been kind of looking back at stuff that I really liked, and I've also been looking at some video games that I'm looking forward to, because video games seems like they're not as bad as like movies and TV right now. It's like there's still some gems sneaking by. And so I'm paying attention to those, and I've been doing some playthroughs recently. I did a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5, and I also am now doing one on Fallout New Vegas, where it's me pre-recording it with my commentary and editing in some witticisms.
Your God's Hand review got a good amount of views on it. That's great.
Oh, definitely.
Nearly 1,000 views. That's awesome. All right, everyone. If you are interested, if you like the sound of that, please do go subscribe to Ben here. It looks like he's getting close to 600 subs.
Yep.
It's great to see the channel's getting up higher and higher out there. But back to the campaign. Let's just jump up to the top here. Yeah, I reckon, if you get some images on those tiers, you might see a lot more people kind of jump on board there. It's it's the Kickstarter way of doing it. They put all, because they can't have images on the tiers on Kickstarter, so they have to put them all in the campaign itself. I don't like that, but yeah, it's good. I mean, the art looks freaking amazing. Let's get more art out there. Is this who did this cover here?
That's Jay Krager.
That's Jay Krager there, right? Yeah, I can see it when you point it. Like this effect here, especially this sort of lightning effect, that does actually look a lot like him. But it's like I said, I haven't seen him do sci-fi stuff like this much.
I decided that was going to be the cover when I just from the crazy ass look he put in Wellington's eyes. Like I'm like, oh god, he looks like a psycho. I love it.
Yeah, you can when you can see the whites above the pupil, that's when you know the person's gone crazy. Fantastic. All right. And Jeremy says, I love Krager's work. Yeah, well, if you're a big fan of Krager, he has a cover on this book, and there's a poster as well to grab if you are so inclined. So yeah, Outlaw Nights available now. We've got 27 days left. I will put the link here again in the chat for you all. Trippy Soul, welcome. Trippy Soul says badass. Fantastic. All right.
And we're
Finn's
still
in the chat. He says he.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say he can't chat because he's driving. I just want to say how to Finn again. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was just gonna say that we're still in the first 30, so you know there's plenty of time.
Plenty of time, but yeah, don't wait too long. We gotta get.
Well, yeah.
The longer we wait, it's harder to actually reach that funding goal. And we've seen CG rally and get these things funded in the right towards the end. But obviously, as a creator, you want to see it get funded as soon as possible, so that you can focus more on getting the book done. And less worrying about having to get out there and scrounge for find some new outlets to get this thing in front of people. But that's also what we have to do. All right, Ben, that is the hour. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your book with us tonight, and thank you for participating in the conversation, guys.
Of course.
Let me know in the comments what you think about that crowdfunder site. I don't know, maybe should I reach out to the guy and have him on and have a chat with him? I don't know. I'm skeptical, but I understand the need for alternatives. So we'll see. Also, please do like the stream, subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. Ben, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you, man.
Oh, my pleasure. The biggest thank you of all, as always, goes out to the wonderful, the amazing, spectacular, and always phenomenal Sexiest Chat and CG. Tomorrow, I've got a guy coming on called Sven. He was recommended to me from Sheila Aliens, my co-host on the Great Camel Nights. And yeah, he seems like a wild dude. He does these incredible animations. He's got a comic book. He's doing all this other stuff. It's going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to having that chat. So yeah, look forward to that. I will see you all tomorrow night for that. And yeah, just have a great night. All right, see you guys. Bye.